I mean, I know they move that way. I know I sleep for highway. For you cross guys look at your sideways. Me I know come look us the child's play. So I said that I find me. For the long time I was silent. I can run down on a study. But the things say I'm hiding. Cause they don't know how to find me. I be a no Zumba by the way. 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 Coming to you. All right, guys. Good evening, and thank you all for joining me for the third and the last session of the Master Your Art series with David Ipese. And I would like to wish you all season's greetings and Merry Christmas. I mean, Happy New Year in advance, right? It's just few hours, we can say few hours to go to enter 2022, and trust me, this type of event is what you want to attend to change your life, to change your paradigm shift, and also increase your knowledge, and also understand more about how to develop yourself personally. Yes, and that's why we're doing this Master Your Art series. So before I bring up Edward, I would like to share some things, like some tips that would help you to become a better person to master your art. So first one I go by saying is find your areas of natural talent. Find your areas of natural talent. Yes, find what you are good at, and when you are good at that thing, it might be your hobby, it might be something that does not take you any effort to do in no time. Nobody needs to force you, nobody needs to tell you that you have to do this. So find that thing and be able to do it well, and turn it to a skill, because when you turn it to a skill, you're able to even manage it and even monetize it as a whole. Do you get me? So that's one of the ways you're able to master your art. So the second point I'll be going to is for you to be very, very ready, be ever ready to adapt to changes, and look out for ways to improve yourself, be more innovative. Yes, so do you want to master your art? Do you want to be good at that thing you are doing? Do you want to be that expert that you foresee yourself to be in the future? Maybe not now. What do you need to do? What do you need to do? Okay, all right. So what you need to do is very simple. You need to just be ever ready to adapt to changes. You need to be ever ready to adapt to changes. You need to be proactive, up on your game. Thank you all for joining. I can see James Udyong. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. It's been an amazing one. You guys have been joining from day one, and this is the third day, and I'll be having Abumoye Edward. He's an HR professional. Trust you're gonna enjoy his session because Ed is coming with the big brain energy because that's what he's known for. So, and my third one, I'll run this one real quick, is to be very educative. Always ensure you take educated risks. Yes, ensure you take educated risks in any field you are going into. So educated risks does not mean you have to invest then now lost some money or the other. Educated risks is, you are doing something for the first time, you are doing something that is very new. Why not push yourself and try that thing over and over and see that you are getting corrections? Don't try it over and over and not be willing to change some other things. So be willing to be open to corrections, be able to take some certain risks, and always be open-minded also. And fourth one is be open to learn. Thank you, Otolorin. I can see your likes. If you are enjoying this, if you are just joining me, please tell me your name and your location where you're joining me from. I'm still going live from here, from Lagos, Nigeria. Shout out to all my colleagues in Dubai, US, UK, and across borders in Lagos too, in Nigeria. Thank you all for joining me. And secondly, oh, there's the fifth one, is also, okay, I can see Edward. So once I share my points, I'll bring Edward up. So the fifth one is to invest in your own personal self. Be ready to invest in your own personal self. If you want to master your art, be ready to invest in your personal self. Yes. Why not take that LinkedIn course? Why not take that Udemy free course? Why not take other courses? Watch videos on YouTube. It might not really be what has to be on your feed, but something that has to develop you personally. Why not sleep with that voice note you normally listen to from Grant Cardone, from Ryan Science, from different top experts who you always look out to. So sixth one is also surround yourself with people who are ready to move you, who are ready to change you for good. Thank you, Otolorin. It's a nice one seeing you here. Thank you, Otolorin. Please share this video if you are watching me for the first time. And if you are also watching me now, please share this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. So, Edward, you can now request, so I bring you up. So we start. We will not spend much of your time because I know everyone wants to go home and also prepare for tomorrow. So this is the Master Your Art with David Ipese, and I'm dishing out some nuggets to be a master of your game. I'm dishing out some Tobiloba from Maldives. Okpo, it's plenty. That's amazing. Good to see. So surround yourself with people who would help you grow. Yes, surround yourself with people who would help you grow. It's very important that you surround yourself with people who would help you grow. Yes, when you see other people by your side who are also taking a big leap on their own career, you won't want to watch them. You want to start watching them grow, and you feel that you're left behind. You also want people who will tell you, oh, why not do this? Why not take it through like this? Why not take an advantage of this opportunity now? So you need to surround yourself around people who help you grow also. And lastly, build an extraordinary team. It also has to do with being around with people who will help you grow. Those people who would help you grow also help you also be among those part of people who will be an amazing team to help you deliver that project timely and effectively with excellence. It's very important. So right about now, I'll be bringing up Abumoye Edward, who is going to give us some nuggets and also answering some vital and important question on how to build a perfect, maybe not really a perfect, but something that has to do with a comfortable work-life balance, which is very important for us in this fast-coming age. And also about to hit 2022, everything is going very, very digital and very, very fast. So you want to be better, you want to be good at your field. Be ready for this first fire moment. Thank you all for joining. Please share this video. I'm bringing up Edward now. All right. Okay. I'm adding Edward up, so you can accept from there. Okay, connected. Yes.
Hi, David. What's up?
Good evening, Edward. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you. How are you doing too?
I'm fine. Good to have you here. Good to see you.
Yeah. Good to see you too. It's been a while, right? It's been a while.
Yes.
Bring me to this. I've eaten a lot of chicken lately. I don't know.
I can see it in your cheeks, and the skin is also glowing too. Is everything is making some everything is just glowing. Yeah, right? Everything is glowing, and your cheeks is very big. Wow, that's nice. Thank you very much. So right, this is the Master Your Art series, and this is the last session, and we're having it with you, Abumoye Edward. Edward is a HR professional and is good at his field, and I've seen him mentor a lot of people. Even with things that are not even related to his own field. He has also mentored people in digital marketing, in other fields particularly, and he's good at it. So we have some nice and amazing questions we would like you to help us share. Or do you have anything you want to share with us before we dive into the questions?
Yes, I prefer to refer to myself not just as an HR professional. As I said earlier, I've dabbled into a
Okay.
lot of things, right? And I
Yes.
prefer to refer to myself as a HR and process management professional, right? And also a realtor, very important, I'm a realtor. So yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Yes. It's important.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. So my first question here, which says, being a freelancer or digital creator comes with a lot of stress, right? And what can be done when tasks are on demand, right? And no one to delegate it to. What can be done when such situations happen?
Okay, so the thing about freelancing, right? Freelancing is good, it's great,
Mm.
right? But then a lot of freelancers don't understand that they are mini businessmen. Freelancing is a part of
Mm.
entrepreneur, right? So as a freelancer, you
Mm-hmm.
are the CEO of your own business. You're the CEO of your own time. You're the CEO of your own schedule. You create the schedule. You create the time. You create you create time, right, for your activities. So therefore, it's very
Mm-hmm.
important that you try your best to act like a manager, right, rather than to act like an employee. So the problems
Mm.
that people face at the end of the day is that they tend to act as an employee, and at the end of the day they mess up,
Mm-hmm.
right? They don't meet deadlines. They
Mm.
don't get the best quality down to their clients, and they start asking why is that? So why am I not meeting my deadlines? Why is my time management off the
Mm-hmm.
rails? The reason is that you have
Mm-hmm.
failed to decide to be your own CEO. You have failed to manage your own affairs as a business
Manage
manager.
your own. Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yes. So you need to start reading books, even if you're a freelancer, you need to start reading books on management, you need to
Mm.
start reading books on time management, business management, how to manage your time, how to manage your resources, how to make something out of nothing. And much more important as a freelancer, it's very important that you start growing a team, right? So freelancers
Mm.
believe that, oh,
Important.
there's money here. I got this job, right? For me to get as much money as possible, that means I have to do all the work myself. You're going to die, right?
Mm.
You're going to get sick. You're going to have health issues, right? So it's very important that as a freelancer, as you continue to grow, you start grooming other people. You start, getting, as I said earlier, you are now a CEO of your own time. You're a CEO of your own business, right? So think like that. And then you start seeing possibilities where you can start bringing one person on your street and say, hey, guy, bros, I know how to do graphics. So yeah, come, right?
Mm.
Allow that guy, even though you can do it, allow that guy do it, right? You can start forming relationship with other people, younger people that are also good in that area. And before you know it, you have 10, 5, 15 staff under you that are doing very well. And your clients are happier
Mm-hmm.
because they get their jobs on time, right? Your delivery
Yes.
time gets shrunken. It's now smaller because you're able to deliver better results at very short time because you have other people that are working under you, and then you also get referrals as well. So there's a lot of possibilities that can be unlocked if and only if freelancers start thinking as businessmen rather than thinking as, oh, it's a
Mm-hmm.
one-man machine. I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf. I can do everything by myself.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm sure we all heard that, right? So it's all very important that we know that as a freelancer, you're not just a one man popo and all that. You are also a manager of your own self, to manage your own business, manage your own team, to grow your own team. It's very important. So, right, we'll be going to the second question, which is, when do you think is the best time for a freelancer or a digital content creator to like grow their own personal brand and maybe just go off the grid for a while, then just because they want to grow their own personal, is it that they have to go off the grid or bring a freelancer or stop collecting jobs because they want to grow their own personal brand?
Uh,
When do you feel is the best time?
for my perspective, like I'm not going to say this as a rule, what people have to follow, right? I would hate for somebody to say, "Oh, Edward said this, I'm going to do it," but I'd like you to listen to this and probably implement it in your own life based on your own scenarios, your own environment, your own reality. So the thing is this: there's no best time for you to start building your own personal brand, right? In fact,
Mm.
you should start building your own personal brand the moment you start thinking about it. So if you don't start thinking about it and listen to this, you listen to this show right now, I think this is the best time for you to start building your own personal brand. Now, your personal brand is very tied to your social capital, right? So as you build a personal brand, people start seeing you for what you call yourself, right? Usually people have this problem where they call themselves something, but people see them as something else, right? So you say
Mm.
um, you are a videographer, for example, but people don't see you as that. People see you as something else entirely because of probably what you give up of the internet. And you don't know this, right? You don't know
Mm.
this. Um, Maybe on Twitter you throw banter. People see you as a social media manager. Meanwhile, you're actually a videographer. You're not pushing yourself as what you are. So by the time you start building your
Mm.
personal brand, people start to see you for what you call yourself, right? That's one. And then your social capital starts to grow because people start seeing you as what you call yourself, and they start seeing um, your perspectives, right? They start seeing your takes from the way they see you, and before you know it, they start bringing jobs to you. They can rely on you because of why? Why not? I mean, this is someone I know online
Mhm.
that talks about videography, that talks about all of this, that posts videos that he has done, and they are very good. He's a very good videographer. I can trust him with my money. I can trust him with my project, and that is how social capital grows, and that also is tying to your income. So it's very important that as
Definitely.
freelancers or as creatives, you are tying again, you're tying your online growth, right, to your share capital, to your income, and before you know it, it starts to grow like that. So there's no best time. I think the best time is the time you're thinking
Mhm.
about it because something must have made you start thinking
Yes.
about it in the first place. Something must have happened.
Mhm.
There's a trigger for it. So it's not like, oh, people, everybody's doing
Mhm.
it. If you don't have that trigger in what you're doing in your line, in your path, if that trigger does not occur to you and you do it, it becomes premature, right?
Mhm.
It becomes premature. So it's very important that you understand your own journey, right? There's somebody saying you about that you don't work according to somebody else's clock or watch, right? I'm so
Má
sorry for you,
fọgbọ́n
but
lágbo
people say,
ṣiṣẹ́.
exactly, you got it right, you got it right. So that's the thing. You don't say because someone is doing this, you want to start doing it. No, our path,
Mm.
they're all very different, right? So understand your own path, understand your own triggers. There is something that is going to trigger you to want to grow it. And once you start to grow it, people start
Mhm.
seeing for what you want to call yourself. Let me give you an example. For me, right, I used to be known as a business manager, right?
Mm.
Someone that manages businesses and all. And that's all cool because I mean, yes, if you have a good track record of managing businesses, that's a good thing. But the problem is that
Mm.
I started losing thought of reality when it comes to my HR part. So people don't see that HR part. People start seeing the business manager part. And before you know, people just see me as process guy, and they don't see the other part. And I had to start intentionally start growing that part. That see, hey guys, I actually spent a lot of money, dollars, right, to be certified, to learn about this. I took me
Mm.
years of experience to
Mhm.
even be known in this industry. I can't just let it go like that. So it took me. I had to be intentional about it. Do you understand? How to be intentional about it. So now, if
Yes.
I go anywhere, I can stand as an authority in this industry. You understand? I can
Mhm.
stand as an authority in this industry.
True.
I can't say with my full chest that this is the rule, this is what needs to be done, this is what you should do in your businesses. And it gives me more leverage because, see, I used to be known as something before, right? Now I'm intentional
Mm.
about being known about something that I really am. Before you know it, people start seeing me as someone that has skills and knowledge about different things, right? But they still know me as a what? As a HR professional.
Yes.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? So intentionality is key,
Yes.
right? Normally, when you're not intentional, people just see you anyhow they want, right? People are free to see you
Mm-hmm.
as they want. But then, if you're intentional about your digital brand, your branding online, it helps you to show people you are, and they start seeing you as you are, rather than as they want.
Yes. So it's very important that we are intentional about what we see ourselves as, and also project what we see ourselves as, so that people don't see a different way, different thing of what we want to be and what they're now seeing us as. So
Yeah.
our online track record is very important too. So our online track record is very important
Yes.
in terms of Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and any other socials you're using. Right. So the
Yes.
third one I have for you, which says, in what way could digital creators self-motivate themselves whenever they feel like they don't want to do the job anymore? They're getting tired. It looks like they're in circles.
Okay, I'm not
I
sure
don't
I
know if
got
you get
that
that.
question. Can you tell me again? I didn't get that question.
So in what way could it's more about self-motivation. So in what way could a digital creator self-motivate he or herself when they feel like they are just in a circle, they're just going round and round and round, and not feel like there's not anything new. They're not feeling anything again.
Oh, yeah. This problem is also very peculiar to people who have been doing several things to improve themselves, and it's not only peculiar to digital creators alone, creators alone, but to everybody, right? So
Yes,
you're in the
yes,
industry,
actually.
you
And
tried your best, and then you get to this point. It's like a bar, right? So like
mm,
it may be um, you may have been working as a freelancer for say 3 4 years, and then you find out you just sit down one day, you just find out that wait a minute, I have never gotten a job that is more than $10,000 before, right? I have
yes.
never gotten a job that is more like the highest I can ever go. Like you just realize that wait a minute, I've never gotten a job from outside Nigeria before. I've never gotten a job. You start telling yourself, you start seeing the bar that is
mm,
there, right?
mm-hmm,
But unconsciously, you've accepted
mm-hmm,
that bar. And once you start to realize,
mm,
I can say for a fact that the moment you realize this bar in your career, that same moment, the door is beginning to open for you because that is half of solving a problem.
mm,
The first half is realizing that that's actually a bar, right?
mm,
And that there's something stopping you. Now, second thing is problem solving, right? So in McKinsey and
mm-hmm,
Company Academy, which I was privy to be part of, there's something called the hypothesis-led problem solving skills, and I want everybody to go back and check that out, maybe online or on Google, right? Check it out. Hypothesis-led
hypothesis.
problem solving skills.
Okay, hypothesis-led problem-solving skill.
Yes. So that gives you the leverage to start thinking. It's a systematic and scientific step-by-step process where you can start solving problems and
Mm-hmm,
apply it to any and every part of your life, including your personal life, your family life, your business, anything. Just apply it and it starts to work magic for you. Now, when you do this, when you go through this process, you start to identify what exactly is the problem. Is it my job? Is it that my level, the quality of my job does not attract the right people that can pay me higher than this? Is it my level of exposure? Is it the fact that I
mm-hmm,
can actually get this from people, but my negotiation skills is very bad? Is it because I've not just met the people that can help me or introduce me or refer me to those that can pay me higher? Is it because I've been shy? I've called myself an introvert for so long because I feel like, wait a minute, I work from home. I'm an
mm,
introvert. I don't go out. I don't need to meet people. I'm on my own lone wolf and the rest. And I've shied away from joining communities where I can meet more people that
mm-hmm.
can show me the way. Do you understand? So a lot of these things any of these things
Yes.
could be the problem, right? It's one size fits all for this kind of problem. It is when you recognize the problem based on your own analysis, your own self-analysis, that you start to realize that, wait a minute, this is the real problem, and this is how to tackle this problem, and this is the
Mm.
best way for me to, find solutions to the problem. So, as I said earlier, everybody has that bar in their life, right? Some people is their income, right? They've been going for interviews, they've been getting
Mm-hmm.
jobs, but they've never gotten a job that is more than 300,000 naira per month. And they've had people that are being paid 1 million naira per
Mm.
month in the same industry, doing the same job they do, right? And they can't even know why. Some people is their business. They've never gotten a business that is higher than 1 million naira before, right? If they try to go for higher, they lose a bid. There's something going on right there, and it's some people say it's spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I don't deny the spirituality, but there is also the part where you have to do your self-assessment, right, for you to understand exactly what problem is and
Yes.
how to tackle the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. In fact, I really got some takeaways from there, which is once you discover a bar, that means you are just heading to your success, right? Once you discover that bar in your mind, like, oh, I'm not, you are not doing enough. You are not being that person you want to be. You are not getting there. Oh, this environment is not where I'm supposed to be. This amount is not what I'm supposed to be earning. So at that point where you get that bar, that's the time you're about to eat your success. So don't feel like everything is going to turn upside down. That's the moment of success. That's the time to start effecting that changes in your life. So it's very important. Thank you for putting justice to this question. In fact, I really appreciate it. It's going to help me personally a lot, and I'm very sure it's going to help anyone who's going to watch this video too also as well. Thank you very much. So
I'm
the
humbled.
I can say the
Thank you so
last but
much.
not the least one,
Okay.
which thank you. So this one says, due to new things popping every day, every now and then on the internet. So one and some requires extra skills to achieve them. How do digital creators not get overwhelmed in trying to learn these skills? Do I take
Yes.
it again?
That's a very important. Yeah, I got that. I got the question, David. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, so that's a very important question. A lot of people, a lot of creators, not even creators alone, also a few people that are interested in things happening online, they get overwhelmed with so much information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today it is NFT, tomorrow it is tokens, next tomorrow it is Zunga coins, next tomorrow it is, I know it's crazy the amount of information going on right now. Before you know it, you are saying no. There's a new
Mm-hmm.
web. It's now Web 3, right?
Web3.
www.com. A lot of things are going on, and that's only to what is, and
Wow.
that's only what is buzzing online. There are a lot of other things that are buzzing in communities or for creators, right? Where someone just comes and says, "Oh, this is a new thing that you need to know about." So people are now a bit distracted, right? They're just following like a sheep, right?
Mm.
Just following and trying to catch up, and that can be very exhausting. Again, as I said earlier, I cannot say that this is what people should do when it comes to, oh, this is the right path, right? But I can tell you for a fact, right, as a professional,
For
that
them.
um, you shouldn't start just following everything, right? If you are a professional, you need to understand, you need to just know what is going on, right? Which is why membership to
Mm-hmm.
groups is very important. Just know what's going on. Just know on the surface that this is happening, and that's okay. That suffices. However, much more importantly, you need to think beyond the present, right? These people that are picking up all of these things,
Mm.
they're making it seem as if this is what you should do right now, right? Remember, the next minute something else comes up. So you should think in the most successful people don't think in the present, they think in years, right? They
Future.
think in years. So the
Mm-hmm.
question is, what's going to be in the in thing in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? It is saying that if you hear this on the news, you are too late, right? If you just heard it on the news, you are too late. What you are hearing is the combination of work that people like you have done in the background that are coming up to those that are coming to feed up on it. You don't want to be on the other side where you are being fed pellets like fish. You want to be on the side where you are the one creating as a creator and then creating for people to feed off from, right? So, for example, I know a friend who is a photographer, right? Um, and he has gotten a lot of grants, right? Which is great, right? It's okay. We studied botany together in school, right? And he did very well. But now my guy is into tokens, NFTs, right? And it's been there for years before people started getting the buzz online.
Wow.
Do you understand? And that only happened
Wow.
because of membership association, right? People that is associated with. And before you know it, now he has his exhibition. Right? This is someone that struggled to get his stand in some places in Lagos. Now he has his exhibition in Germany, right? For his NFTs.
Wow. Wow.
Do you understand? So that is for people to feed off from. You see on Twitter, you hear of one monkey NFT selling for $3 million, $25 million. You hear of one
Ethereum.
black man NFT, whatever it is. This is Ethereum. Yeah, this is what people are doing in the background. People have done in the background for you to feed off on. So if you don't want to be the one that's feeding off, you have to be the one that's creating, right? So they have to think what's going to be the in thing in 5 years? And that 5 years became 2021 because they were thinking about it in 2016, right? They were thinking about this in 2016, that was going to be the in thing in 5 years. So they started working on it, and then in 5 years, which became 2021, they released this, and then you are feeding off on it. So what you need to start thinking about is what's going to be the in thing in 5 years from now? That is in, let's say, in 2026, right? What will be the in thing? What will people be eating off from? What will people be eating on? Right? What will be the boss? Do you
Yeah.
get it? So join those that are creating it now. There are people that were mining Bitcoin when in the early days, right? They knew that
Yes.
they needed to create a strategy where Bitcoin became the in thing, right? So they put a lot of work into it too. So remember, as I said earlier, it's very important that you join membership. You have membership association, people that you work with, people that you talk to, that you go out with. Very important, right? They can refer you. They can show you the way. They can help you to start seeing things in different perspectives, and then they can help you to see the world in different ways, different way, right? And for people that are just coming up as freelancers, creators, you may not have the luxury of thinking of 5 years right now, but
At all.
right, yes, you
At
might not have
all.
the luxury of doing that. But then, as a young freelancer or creator in the industry, it's very important that you you get your head into the game, right? First, start seeing yourself as the CEO of your own life, right? The CEO of your own journey and your own manager, right? Start to inculcate useful habits from the beginning because that's going to help you in the long run, right? And then when people see your consistency, they start to associate with you, and then you can now from there start building beneficial relationships that will help you to start making that decision of wait a minute, what's going to be anything in 5 years, right? So that's it from my own perspective. David, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. It's cracking a bit, but I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so I hope you heard everything I said. I'm not sure if did you hear everything I said?
I can hear you now. But I guess when you were before you asked this one, I didn't hear maybe like the last 10 seconds or so. I didn't hear anything there. It was
Okay,
cracking.
so I think what probably what I would have missed out is this. What I said earlier was as a young creator, right? It's just very important that you start to inculcate
Mm-hmm.
good habits right from the beginning of your career. You start studying, you start reading, you start spending more time in understanding how to manage your business, how to negotiate, how to manage your time, right? So once you inculcate good habits from the beginning and you build consistency, you
Mm-hmm.
start to attract the right people, right? So remember, you're not just everybody wants
Yes,
to attach
yes,
themselves to
yes.
someone that's higher than them, right? Nobody wants to attach themselves to someone that's lower than them. So what's going to
Mm-hmm.
make
True.
you attracted to somebody that's higher than you? It
Also.
is your consistency, it's your good habits, right? So once you start to build that consistency and you are able to show good habits, right? That hey, I know how to manage my time, I know how to manage my schedule, I know how to give quality work at the right time. I'm not pulling people work up and down, right? I'm a good team player, even though I work alone. All these things, it helps you to leverage your personality, right? And then use that to connect with good people. And before you know it, you are being invited to exclusive groups, memberships that you probably would never even know existed before now. And then you not get to the point in the future where you start thinking about,
Yes,
wait a
yes.
minute, what's going to be the in thing in 5 years, and then you can start making that decision on as per what to create that will be
Mm-hmm.
beneficial to people in 5 years time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have no questions here, except if there's any other one. Um, Thank you very much for this. And if you do you have anything you want to like close with? So I just give a summary of all what you've said.
Yeah, I'm going to just say this on a lighter note that see this life, there's nobody that's a manual to it, right? Life we're living, right?
At all.
Anybody, yeah, I know there are so many life coaches there, everybody, saying, oh, this is how you should, this is how you do, yes, and all that. That's fine, right? But there's no manual to life, right? There's no pressure. Yes, people are making it, the social media makes it look as if everybody is living in Lekki, right? That every
Mm.
22 or 21-year-old
Mm-hmm.
guy, right, has made it. As if nobody lives in a street that is untarred. As if nobody, as if everybody started on a platter of gold.
Mm.
You got a first job. The first job is 500K. Your first job gave you a salon car. That's how
Mm.
everybody is making it seem like. But hey,
Mm.
if you're out there listening to this, there's no manual to life, right? We're all talking out of what God has blessed
No
us,
manual.
some wisdom, some knowledge from what we've studied, right? So
Yes.
there's no manual to you. Just try your best,
Mm.
right? Try your best to focus on your own game, your own path, right? Try your best to be consistent with what you're doing rather than start watching what other people are doing
Mm-hmm.
and then you're using it to gauge your own life. Just stop that. Stop all of that,
Mm.
right? Stop all of that. Focus on your own path. Focus on your own game, right? And appreciate your drive. Appreciate how far you've gone, right? So once in a while, take yourself out. Just say, hey,
Mm.
um, Edward, you've been doing well. You've been doing great. If nobody's clapping for you, I'm clapping for you right now. You've done well. Right? This is pizza for you, and eat that pizza, right? Get your cheeks fat just
Yes.
for saying yes, for saying you did a good job, right? And then focus on your own past. Don't let anybody
Like.
pressure you into believing that you're not doing well, right? So that's just it from my own end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you for dropping that last word because right now I'm going to order my own chicken and chips and parfait separately to celebrate my own self. I'm also going to do the same. So thank
Yeah.
you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. So Edward eats a lot on being consistent and not following other people's time. Follow your own time. There's no manual to life, and it's very important you know this. There's no manual to life. Be consistent at your game, engage with other people who knows, and engage with them, join good memberships, and don't be in a rush to always you want to be there, you want to be there. Just focus and be consistent. So thank you very much for this amazing session. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate value I got here, in fact, is a lot. Is a lot. If you have to pay for this, it's over $1,000, I guess. I'm very sure next time,
Thank you so
we're
much,
hosting this one is a paid. It's going to be a paid one. Yes, you're
Dave.
welcome.
I'm only for the money. Thank you so
All
much,
right,
David.
all
I
right,
appreciate your
all right.
time. So much.
All right.
And Happy New Year in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah, same to you. Same to you. Happy New Year in advance. We're entering 2020 with a lot in our head, full and impacted. Thank you very much, very much. I really appreciate it.
All right.
All right, so I'll be closing with my closing music. Uh, so, yeah, for pocket. Anyway, so that's a wrap of the Master Your Art series with David Ipese. You can always watch it online. You can always watch it on my Facebook page. I'm also going to be uploading it for everyone on my YouTube page, YouTube channel rather. So you'll be able to watch it and also jot things down. Jot things down. This is not a long section, so it's a very tight and impactful session, not up to 40 minutes, for you to learn and for you to develop yourself. Be consistent at what you do. Engage with good team. Build a good members. Build a good team with people who are ready to go forward. People who are seeing things in the future. So you don't always fall in the loop of worriness and all that. And you, trust me, failure is not going to be a portion if you do this. Thank you all for joining me for this session. I really appreciate Edward, Samuel Tomiwa, Otolorito Biloba, Japhet or Sakome. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. We'll be doing this thing. We'll be doing this same time or maybe another time. But trust me, everything, all the information will get to your hands directly once it's out. Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. So, Happy New Year in advance. Happy New Year in advance. 2022 is your year. Be ready.